Shut up and sit down.
Little dicks.
Where is it? Welcome to Chick Chat Comedy Podcast. My name is Patty Rossborough, and I'm here with the very lovely Carrie Carabas.
Hello, Patty.
Looking very cute with her hair styled back in a top knot. Adorable. And look who we have.
Chris
Hi.
Roach.
Chris Roach, also known as Christopher Brian Roach.
Or Christopher Brian or Roach.
You know what?
Or 100.
Why do you have so many
Now
different
you have
names?
hyphens in your name.
Oh, well, this is what I did. I changed my last name on my personal page. I changed the spelling of the last name so that when people looked me up, ROACH, they would get directed to my fan page. I'm trying to build up my fan page numbers.
Ah.
So that's why I had a Christopher Bryan, but now I notice a lot of people are leaving my personal page because they're probably like, who the hell is this guy?
What do you mean they leave? Why would they leave your personal page?
Because maybe they see, who's Roach? I put R-O-W.
W with a dash and a CH. I don't even understand that.
One more thing. How do you say your last name?
Confusing it.
Can-
Rossborough.
I never heard. I always
Rossborough.
I always have to go, hey, if I ever talk to you, I'm like, you know Patty Rossborough? And I must sound
like
so.
the Triborough.
I must sound so ignorant. You're like Rossborough. Rossborough.
Nobody, mine is the worst name. I should have taken, if I
It's
ever
so
marry him, Kevin's name, Powers. Patty Powers. That's an easy name to remember.
That is
The powerhouse, Patty
Powers. Patty Powers.
That's
It's
a
got
good stage
alliteration.
name.
If you ever
See, the problem is,
If I do, then I should take that name.
if people went Patty Rossborough, it sounds beautiful, but Rossborough,
What's wrong with Rossborough?
it's all right, but the way
like a big girl.
I never really thought about it until I heard you say your last name, and it sounds beautiful the way you say it.
Well, it's
Rossborough.
Rossborough. Yeah,
Rossborough.
Rossborough. Well, it used to be two S's, R-O-S-S, so it was Rossborough. Rossborough. But then somebody, I don't know, when they bring you over to this country,
Yeah,
they chop your name up and
my
do
grandfather.
shit to it.
It's like the Italian thing.
Yeah.
My grandfather's last name was Polisi. It used to be Policia with two L's, two C's, and I think it was my grandmother that made him remove a C. My grandmother, who was like Irish and German.
Why would you take one C out? Then it looks like Policia.
Then it was like then it went from Policia to Polisi, Pellicie.
So where's the Roach from?
That's my father's side. That comes from Ireland.
Oh, so you're Irish and Italian.
Yeah, I'm a mutt though.
You're so big. Why are you this tall?
I don't know. I'm a freak.
What?
I really am. In my family, I'm a freak, and this is the explanation. This is the I got from
Maybe
my
they
parents.
switched you in the
No.
hospital. That went on back then.
I am a good 7 inches taller than everyone in my family.
How tall is your father?
My father must be 5'10".
What the?
Listen,
How
back
tall
in
are you?
the day,
My mom was
there
5'7".
was no cameras. People switched babies.
I'm 6'6".
You look taller than
Crazy.
6'6". Why
yeah,
is that?
It depends on my mood. But
You
this is
might
what my
be
father
wearing
said.
heels.
I have bronchial asthma, but when I was sick, my asthma was worse, and I was home from school. I used to get tutors all the time. I had pneumonia twice.
Town.
Right, so there was no
Ew, and you sat next to me?
there was no computers, there was no laptops back then. So when I was sick, all I did was lay down on the couch and watch TV. And my father said, after all the years of being sick and laying on the couch, he said, I grew to the size of the couch.
That's funny.
It stretched you out.
I grew to the size of the
That's
couch.
funny.
I like that.
He must have been eating something.
Did they make
different.
fun of you in school that you were so big, or were you like
Big
then you
Bird.
could beat the people up? If
No.
they bothered you?
When I was 12th grade, I don't know why I remember this, but in 12th grade, my weight, I was 6'4" in 12th grade,
6'4",
and I weighed 165.
Wow, you
I
were a
was-
tall string bean.
skinny.
I was so skinny, but I got to tell you,
Got a lot of action.
I made up in other areas because when you're skinny, you look well endowed.
Yeah.
But now I got like this meat pouch on my pelvis.
All right. Ugh. God.
And now you look smaller. You're saying?
Oh, I shrunk without a doubt.
Wait, it shrunk, or just because your stomach's bigger?
My stomach's hanging over and it's pelvic bone.
All right, that's good.
So now I'm a
Well,
now I'm a
TMI.
great-
for
I do
Carrie.
want to say,
Can we curse on the show? I'm not
yes,
sure. Okay. Fuck, 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 fuck.
Roach was Big Bird at my son's christening.
Oh,
What do you mean he was Big Bird? Oh, you mean literally?
I
Big
now,
read
Bird?
it.
Carrie was my mentor in comedy.
Now you took a class from Carrie?
Took class and I worked
No, I
with her.
tutored him.
Oh, you
She
tutored
tutored
him.
me for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And what kind of a
One-on-one.
teacher?
Vicious,
mean.
vicious.
Yeah, she tells me she says horrible things
No,
to
but
people.
no, but she does it if you know Carrie. It's coming from it's tough love.
But she'll go, that's not funny,
Yeah,
right?
and I guess
Like,
'cause
what is that? What
guess-
kind of is that a joke?
the women in my
What a
life.
boring story!
Yes. The women in my life were always my mom, tough love. So I definitely connected with her.
But now you're an amazing comic.
You are very-
Not that I.
I've been waiting 15 years for you to say that.
You know what? I don't know. I don't think. Last time I saw you, I was blown away by how good you've
He's
gotten.
really
But
good.
I'm not saying that just to blow smoke up your big ass,
And Adam's gonna
tall
watch me eat
ass.
here tonight.
But I do want to say that you gotten very, very funny, like, headlining funny, and I don't know, maybe what I said to you might have sunk in. I'm
think
not
so.
taking credit for you getting
think
funny.
so.
You would have eventually gotten funny on your own because
I think
after
so.
working, but I just try to get you to the point
Yes.
faster.
I would go to her house,
Yes.
and this is when I remember left Teddy was a baby,
Her son.
her son, and she would burp the baby in one hand and have the remote. I would hook up my camcorder to her television set, and she would use the remote, and she'd be burping left Teddy. She goes, "Hold on, where's the remote? Where's the fucking remote?" She'd pause. What the fuck hack shit was that?
What is that?
Don't do that. You want people to think you're a fucking hack. Don't say that.
Oh my God!
And
I
it
was
was-
trying to
yeah,
steer
it
him
was-
away from doing.
She really
stuff
was.
that everybody else.
But
is
was there any
doing.
positive reinforcement?
Yes.
Would you ever?
I went through phases.
He was on King of Queens.
I
I,
went
mean,
through-
Kevin Can Wait.
Of course.
You know, positive.
As a comedian, you go through these phases. Like, there was like a phase I was like, my voice when I talked, I was like, like almost like a very nervous voice. And she goes, "What the fuck are you doing with the voice? Just talk like you talk." I was-
Right, I would pick up the things he
Yeah.
was picking up from other people. You know how you're a sponge? Like if
Yes.
Oh.
I was a sponge too, but you don't see it, you don't hear it,
Right.
and like you don't hear how many times you say
You don't.
like,
Yes.
Right.
So, but I would watch and I would go, Chris,
And-
count how many ums you just
yes, a lot of ums. That was like my segues were ums. So and yeah. Anyway,
did. And I said that to you, and then
Yeah,
now the next time you go on stage, you think about
Yeah.
it when you hear the you're like, oh, I just did it.
all these little things. Even to this day, like I was in Boca this weekend, not to brag, but I found myself. I grabbed the mic stand twice. I'm like, stop grabbing the mic stand. I hear Carrie's voice.
Wait, what's wrong with grabbing the mic stand? I
It's-
grab the mic stand.
I do it too. It's almost like
A crutch.
a crutch or a security blanket or
I do it.
yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I saw your Tampa Good Morning show with that woman on the couch. She
Oh,
was
yeah.
touching you a lot on the thigh. I'm
Really?
watching this.
Yeah,
You
where's
noticed
the
it?
Me Too movement
What?
on that?
She was, first of all, you both are sitting on the couch, all cuddly, warm, and close together. I'm thinking, how
that was last
awkward.
year, yeah.
Oh, that was last year's?
Yeah.
It's very awkward because you're both on a sofa and you're like right up close. And then every time she would like say something to you, instead of just like touching your arm,
Yeah.
she put her hand down on your thigh. You don't remember that?
No.
She did it 3 times.
I think I just got off the
He
plane
didn't
and
feel
I
it. It
stuck.
was his shin.
I got off the plane and I smelled. I'm like, why is this woman touching me?
She was touching you a lot. I just thought I would bring
That's
that
weird.
up.
Now I
Yeah.
gotta watch this video while I'm
I'm
alone.
like, why is this woman touching you? If that were a guy doing it to a girl up on your upper thigh and your inner
Yeah.
thigh, you would be like, what the fuck are you doing?
You know what, Patty? 20 years ago, I may have recognized that, but now it's like, it doesn't. There's no synapses firing when she does.
Well, you have a very sexy wife. You have a Puerto
Yeah, you
Rican
do.
hot wife. I
Yeah,
just
you
saw
do.
her on.
Yeah, she's hot.
She's a big woman, and I like them big.
What do you mean big? She's
She's
not
not
big
that
to me.
big.
I like. We were talking about this on the way here.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's
not
right.
ashamed.
You don't like a skinny girl.
I like voluptuous women. I
Oh,
do.
wait a minute.
Always.
Speaking of voluptuous, Adam, get on the mic, Adam. Get on the
Get
mic,
on
Adam.
the mic, Adam.
I
Get
saw-
on the mic.
I saw Adam's girlfriend.
I didn't know it was his girlfriend until Patty pointed it out. But we did. I did say she had beautiful hair.
Beautiful hair, and guess
But
what? Was
kapow.
kapow on that ass and tits. Come
Not
on,
ba- not bad.
kapow.
I tried
She
this-
makes the Kardashians look.
I mean, that was like 2
He's
Kardashians.
good.
Yeah.
I gotta see
Oh, thank you, Chris.
That was two
was
Kardashians.
the two
I want a
sisters'
picture.
asses put
I want a
together.
picture.
I don't like. I think Chris and we have
Nationality?
Similar.
What's your
something.
girlfriend's
He
nationality?
likes anybody with
Well,
dark
she-
skin.
She's not a girlfriend. It's like a very casual situation.
somebody's
but,
banging. Let's call a spade a spade.
She's from Ecuador.
There
She
you
doesn't
go.
speak English. You should
Oh,
see how she
No,
talks.
she speaks English.
I go.
Ella.
I introduce myself to her. She goes, "Eh,
Buddy.
pututia, papi. Pututu." That's how she talks. Eh, tututu. I have no idea what she's fucking saying.
I know. I go beautiful hair. She just walked right by me. I'm like, I don't think she understood what I just said.
Get a load of this.
Maybe.
She has braces. I think she's 15. How old is that
No,
girl
she's
with the
20.
braces?
She's 29. It's very
29
common
with
for-
braces?
29.
Yeah, for
29?
South
Did
American
you pay
women.
for the braces?
It's very common for South American women.
I
to
paid
have
for
braces.
half. I pay for half. It's very common if you see like a lot of women from like Colombia, Venezuela.
And what, they wear braces when they're
They
29?
get them late. They get them later, I guess. I don't know. It's a cultural thing.
Oh, really?
No,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
that. It's their parents are too cheap, and then when they get
Maybe.
older, they're like, "Fuck, my teeth are fucked." And obviously, those two losers
Maybe.
didn't get me braces.
No, I don't think she paid for them.
Mira.
I don't think she paid for
Who
'em.
paid for them?
Mira.
If you go to Jackson Heights, you'll see a lot of ladies. with
Really?
braces.
Older,
Yeah,
Yeah, because they're embarrassed of their teeth.
When I was first
they
dating
want
my
straight
wife, she
teeth,
was
yeah.
Look, I had my teeth all
So
laminated.
your wife's Puerto Rican?
You know, here's the thing. In my act, she's Puerto Rican.
She's
but
gorgeous.
My wife was adopted into a Puerto Rican
Oh,
family.
so she's
Wait,
not real
what?
Puerto
She's
Rican.
Argentinian.
Oh, okay.
She's still Spanish, but she was adopted Puerto Rican.
Oh,
So she was
so
brought up Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. Her parents.
She
like,
was brought up
She
huepa.
doesn't speak Spanish. Like in my act, she speaks like this and shit.
Yeah.
but
But
she doesn't speak like
she's
that.
like,
in
do
real
you
life.
know? She's from Long Island. She's from Long Island. In my act, she's like, do you know? Do you want a large cock? You know? And
Yes, I want a large
I
coke.
want a large cock.
I want a cock. I want a large cock.
But
Me too, Carrie.
but I
Can
love
I get a diet cock?
when she takes me to her family functions.
Yes.
I'm just like, I was sitting on the steps of the backyard when they had a barbecue.
And you're so white.
Yo, get it. And it's
You're
always,
a gringo.
And it's not, with my wife, I always say race is never a problem until July.
Why?
When she starts getting tan, and I always feel one day I come out of the shower or something, she's looking at me, she's like, "You're so fucking white.
Pasty.
You're so
You're
white."
pasty
That's what it
pink.
says on my
That's
birth
the
certificate.
Irish in you. The Italian, you can still get a bit of a tan, but the
No,
Irish,
a little bit, yeah.
You're effed in the A.
So what? So she gets black in 5 minutes, and you're
Her
burnt with
feet-
like blisters.
She has to put sunblock on her feet because her feet literally get so dark.
Wow.
Really?
For some reason, the feet get really
Now,
dark.
is she your type? Before her, were you always dating Latin women, or did you like the white girls too at any point?
No, it wasn't. I always liked the Latin women, but no, I dated an Irish girl. I always liked the voluptuous.
Now you had a baby with what?
You had
An
to have
Irish girl?
She was like Irish German.
Yeah,
Who's
'cause
that,
your
your
son,
first wife?
My
Your
son's
son's a
mother.
blonde, and he's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
and she was his mother, big butt, big boobs.
Really?
But she didn't. He didn't. Did he still? Is he still doing stand up?
Get
My
out of
boy.
No, but then my brother says sometimes when I date women, they get the Chris Roach disease.
What's that?
I mean, once I touch them,
Herpes.
they put on 100 pounds.
Don't say that. What if your wife is watching?
My wife's beautiful.
What would you rather
Listen,
have? Herpes or
my wife and I
100
both-
pounds?
Exactly.
My
What
wife,
would you rather have?
we
100
both put on
pounds.
weight.
You'd rather have 100 pounds than the herpes?
Yes.
All right.
My wife and I, when we first dated, we both looked great, and now we both morphed into these two other people.
Well, you're not supposed to say that about your wife.
I love it, and she's got a good sense of humor.
I want someone to just lie. I mean, I know I don't look like
No.
what I look like
Listen,
when
I
he met
don't
me. I'm
think
just
you're
going to say.
telling the truth.
Listen,
What do you mean?
I become so self-conscious. Like when she's in the bedroom, and I go in to get my underwear out of the drawer, I make sure my ass is covered up.
Yes.
She told me it looks like chewed up bubblegum now.
It's the worst when you walk by and you're naked and they look at you
Oh.
and you're like, all right, don't look.
Yeah.
I literally.
Really don't look. I know what I look like. Don't look to reassure yourself how gross I've
I
gotten.
literally do not let him see me
So-
naked because I'm afraid he won't be able to get hard with me if he knows what I actually look like. So if I come to bed in the dark, with
Right.
sex in the dark,
You're right.
he can remember me from a previous time when I was cute. But if he sees this horrible ass and belly and flabby underarm,
Patty. So then you
hideous.
wouldn't take
was
the
good for
100
me.
pounds.
wait, would
No,
I
it
take
was-
100 pounds?
Yeah.
Would I
On
rather
top
have
of what you are right
Okay,
now.
add
I'm not
100
kidding.
pounds or have herpes?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant did the guy have herpes or 100
No.
pounds?
Hey.
Okay, I'll take the herpes because who gives a shit at this point?
I've seen
I wear a
women,
condom.
I've seen women that lost weight, and everybody's like saying on Facebook, "Oh, you look so beautiful."
And they
but
look bad.
I want to write to them, "You look so good before. What did you put the weight back on?"
What did you do?
Because your face deflates too and you
'Cause,
get
yeah,
saggy.
you look depressed. You look,
I know women want to get skinny.
Okay, but before we go any
Elaborate.
further,
Go
I
ahead.
want
Elaborate.
to
Yeah, go ahead.
just give the shout outs to all my friends
Oh,
who
yes,
are watching.
please.
Joe McGaga.
Long Island. Why do I not see anything
We
here?
have Agatha, my godchild.
Christy?
Dennis Newman, I don't know who he is. Dan
that sounds
Romano
familiar.
is watching. Darby Eulinger. Mark Hirschman is
Darby
watching.
Eulinger. Holy
Yeah, I
shit,
love
I remember
Darby.
that
Darby
name.
Eubinger.
Hi, Darby.
Roach, tell the story about the time the person tried to return the sex toy and you only gave them, and you would only give store credit. Darby said that.
Wait,
Yeah,
you worked
wait,
at a sex
wait.
store?
He did.
Yes.
I
And, it's
forgot
funny.
that. You told us that before.
And it's funny, Darby. That's what I'm here tonight. I'm trying to run a late night set that includes a lot of things that happened in my life, like being a cop and working in an adult shop.
But you were a cop for like a minute.
I was a cop for a minute, but the adult shop I was like for like 12 years. I managed them, and I took it very serious though. I cleaned it up.
What do you mean you cleaned it?
Bright
You got
lights,
all the creepy guys out.
I put the dildos in the back walls. They weren't hitting you in the face when you walked in the door.
Where was this, in Long Island?
There's 5 of them on Long Island. Yeah.
5 of them. Wait, so you walked away from dildo shops?
To become
What-
a cop, and I hated being a cop, so I went back to dildos.
So wait, how long were you
Wow.
actually a cop? Because you passed the psychological test, which I find
I don't know
extra-
how I did
like,
that.
Yeah,
I
really.
find
How is that
that-
possible?
People would ask me all the time, "How did you pass the psychological?" Because you learn things, especially when the oral psychological exam. You keep eye contact with the person and you shake their hand. Make sure you shake their hand and look them in the eye when you shake their hand.
Why? Because if you look down, that means there's something
That
wrong
means
with
there's
you?
something wrong. Yeah.
Yeah,
you
there
know.
is something wrong.
And don't offer any information up ever. Just answer the question as short and
And
sweet.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
Wow.
ever ask somebody a question and then they tell you the whole life story and you're like, okay, I just said how you doing.
You want to know something?
I don't know you had an abortion when you were, 15.
There was a robbery at the antique store, and I was working that day, and the cop is asking me all these questions, and I wanted to say, and I found the guy who stole because it was on my camera, and I'm showing him the camera and the picture and blah, blah, blah. But then I wanted to say to him, hey, and you know what you should do? You should look at the little deli that's across the street from the other place that got hit up, and maybe you should, and then I said to Kevin, I'm not going to say anything because this guy might think maybe she did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, why
yeah.
is she giving me who the person could be who did it? Like, you almost need to just answer the question.
shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And I want
Also-
to give him answers,
Also, what happened one time? Okay, the company I was working for got taken over, and they thought the previous owners were stealing money before they took over.
Oh.
So they had an investigator come in and interview all of us, and I had to go in there and speak to him. But one thing I remember hearing is that if you look up to the right, you're thinking of a lie, but if you look up to the left, you're recollecting. So you got to learn.
Well, that's good to know.
So
Interesting.
if you're
Well,
lying,
next time I ask my husband a question, I'm like,
yes,
is it my right or his right?
if it's
Yeah, who's right?
Stage
you're-
right, stage left.
you're right. So
My right. So if he looks to my right,
No. If you're looking that way,
so he's looking left to my left.
Yeah, what the heck?
he's looking right. If he's looking to the
Now,
right,
look, if I confuse it and then
Wait.
If he's looking to the right and he's facing you,
his
it's your
eyeball-
left.
If his
Right.
eyeballs go to the left, he's telling the truth.
okay,
If
To
they go
the
to
left.
the right, he's making something up.
okay.
So,
now
the
I
trick
hope
is-
he's not watching.
Wait,
The
I'm
trick
writing
is,
this down.
and this might hurt your brain.
Here's
but
what you do tonight.
try telling
Go
a lie while
home
looking
and
to the
ask
left.
Kevin, is he ever going to marry you?
Okay, that's
If
good.
he looks to the left,
Wait, which one is it? The left or the right?
Up and to the left is recollecting,
Up, left, recollecting.
and to the
okay.
right is lying. And I hope I got this right. I'm going to get a lot of people in trouble.
Okay, I'm gonna see.
I'm still trying to think of what Dobby was asking about the one in the. I think it was the one the guy tried returning it.
and then you gave him
A
small
dildo?
credit.
He goes.
Danny Cohen, hello, Danny Cohen.
There was
Danny Cohen, good. We're talking about dildos. That's right up his alley.
There was so many incidents. One time, a guy wanted to return something like that your penis went into, and he wanted to return it.
Oh, yeah, not after it's used.
Yeah, but I'm not even kidding. He goes, I said, sir, we can't return it because of, you used it. He goes, well, I didn't put my dick all the way in. And I was like,
I've heard that before.
and I'm like, sir, he goes, I can't. He goes, come on, man. He goes, all right. It didn't fit. I couldn't get it all the way in. It didn't fit. So he said the thing
Was
wouldn't
it a
fit.
black guy?
It was a Vibram. It was a black guy.
Yeah, of course.
And the
You
product
can't
was
give
called-
white people's toys.
The product was called the Vibromouth.
The vibral mouth.
But there was another
It's a
time.
mouth that vibrates.
How
now.
much? How much?
I can't remember this.
Like
years
100
ago.
or like?
Nah, like
$29.99.
$29.
Oh.
Yeah.
Big
But
deal. He could give it to someone with a little dick.
there's another one. I think.
Just put some alcohol on it. Clean it up.
Spit on it.
Yeah, some woman. I think a guy was like, we never took it out of the box. I'm like, but you used it? I'm like, how'd you use it in the box?
In the box. We kept it in the box.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Yeah.
I love that you work there because you're like a regular guy.
Yeah.
So when these people would come in, they wouldn't feel weird, like you're not some
Right.
creepy guy. You're like,
So-
hey, use this, use that.
It used to look like a 42nd Street sex shop. What I did was I cleaned it up.
Classed it up.
I wanted to get all those perverts out. I wanted to
You're gonna
sell
come
to the
in
woman
here, you're
and
gonna
close to
come
the
in
man.
here, and you're not gonna be ashamed to come in here.
Right. So when you walked in there, it looked like as best that I could, and my wife helped me with it too. It looked like Victoria's Secret.
Really?
And in the middle, it was more like a Spencer's Gifts. You know, we had like a bachelor
Yes.
and bachelorette section, and they had products all over the place. I'm like, you got to categorize. So I had like vibrating,
Yeah.
non-vibrating, bottoms up, which means anything anal. I didn't have a section called anal. It was called bottoms up. But we took it serious. Like if
The
some,
Greek section.
and then I was taking it so serious. Like somebody would come in and go, "Hey man, I can't believe you're working in a porno store." I'm like, "Excuse me, it's an adult entertainment store."
I'm an entertainer, and this
Where's
is
the-
an entertainment
Where's the
store.
dildos? You mean non-vibrating items? They're that way. Vibrator, massager.
Massager.
You
I
have-
had a massager, and they show on the box it's on the woman's neck. They always had it.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
on the
this is
neck.
bullshit.
But can I tell you,
It's
those
got
massagers-
veins in it.
Anal
They got-
beads? You mean anal manipulators? Excuse me. Not,
You mean a necklace that got lost up your ass?
yeah.
But
You mean your fucking Mardi Gras beads?
But the thing is, those things that vibrate, they vibrate too hard and too fast. It's going to knock your clit right off your body. I don't even understand the point of it. It's too much.
There
Can't
was-
they make it like
Wait,
you would
what are you
want?
talking about?
The vibration is too much. On
You
No,
know,
those.
different
it's not.
speeds. They're different speeds.
No,
We
no, no,
had,
no, no. It's not.
I thought I had a headache after
For,
using
No.
it.
for years.
I like speeds, and I like the
Hard?
12, 13,
But
14.
now they have ones that have programmable, like almost like a massage chair. They have, you hit like number 5, and it's got different rhythms.
And what, in a chair? You got to sit in the chair to get
No,
off?
I'm saying the vibrator is like one of those massage chairs where you press.
oh.
I'll do number 5, and it's like it goes and roo, 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 and it just mixes it up for you.
Now, wait a minute. When did you leave that store, though?
Did you
that
get a
seems like
lot
it's
of-
good money.
It
Did you
was
buy a
very-
lot of stuff
it
for your
was
wife?
It was very good money. I left it like, you know what happened one day? It just wasn't funny anymore.
Oh, you were sick of it? Why? Everyone's too weird?
It just wasn't funny anymore. Like, you know, it's like, okay, when you got past the Victoria's Secret and Spencer's, then you got like, you know,
The
Real
hardcore porn.
sick.
the fist. We
Yeah,
had, we
yeah.
had like a, I'm not even kidding, it was like a rubber fist that looked like this.
Did anybody buy it?
People would buy it. I think people more or
As
less
a
bought them
joke?
as a joke, yeah.
But there are people who are into all that stuff, though. That's the thing.
But then it changed where the clientele started changing, and like days like Valentine's Day and like the first 2 weeks in December was we would make a killing.
Yeah.
Killing.
Really?
Yeah, and it was so funny. Like, we had these stores all over Long Island, which is what, like 50 miles apart. These stores were, and if one store did bad, they all did bad. If one store did good, they all
Why?
did good. There's so many things: the moon, the weather. If it
Everything is
rained,
true. It's true.
if it rained,
No, it's true because in the restaurant business, I would be like, last week was the worst week ever, and then the pizza guy would be like,
Right.
yeah, I had the worst
So-
week ever.
It's weird.
so if I had 4 stores that did bad, that did good, and one did bad, we were over there watching the cameras and
see what's going
see
on.
what's going
Someone's
on.
Stealing.
Somebody's hitting the delete button before the sale.
Oh.
Somebody's hitting the escape button before the sale.
David Tell does a great joke. He goes, you ever go into a sex shop? He goes, with your friends, and you look at everything, you point at everything, and you laugh. He goes, and then you go home,
Yes.
and then you race back by
Well,
yourself,
yeah.
and you buy everything.
Yeah.
So-
Hey, and Dave had that show.
He is
though.
so funny.
Oh, I love that
Insomniac.
show.
Dave's Old Porn.
I was
Were
on
they-
Insomniac.
No,
oh,
Dave-
you were on Insomniac?
But he
Yeah.
had Dave's Old Porn, which was great.
Oh, I love that
and
show.
I worked with him one night at Governor's on Long Island, and
He's
we
so
hit it off because I knew so much from being in the business, and I knew all the old actresses and
I'm surprised he didn't have you on the show.
their names. I don't know who anybody is now in porno. I don't know anybody.
You don't know the new kids.
Yeah,
don't
all
know.
the old
Right, you
porn
know the
stars.
Jenna Jamesons.
I don't watch that much
You know the Jenna
adult
Jamesons. You know
films.
the,
as I used to. Yeah, Jenna Jameson's. I had Chasey Lane was a really big actress. She's very, very popular. And I
Tracy
had
Lane, don't know her.
Chasey Lane.
Chasey?
Yeah, she was really big.
Well, they had to get rid of who's the young girl, Tracy somebody who was supposedly
Tracy
16.
Lords?
Tracy Lords. They had to take all of her porn off of all
But that, so
because
we
she
had
was 16, underage when she did all her porn shows.
we had excuse me, it's not porno. They're mood movies. We had mood movies,
movies.
but we had them all different categorized: interracial, amateur.
Oh, really?
And
I think
not only-
amateurs would be fun.
And then gangbang.
Tracy Lord's thing was in '86, I think, but it always happened where all of a sudden the owner would call me and goes, "If you have any movies with Alexandria Quinn, get them off the shelf right now."
Who's Alexandra Quinn?
She was
Another underage girl?
Yeah, and that would happen once in a while. A name would come out,
Well, then could you put them back on after she was 18?
And you were no. They were, so you'd have to sit. You'd
All
have
right,
to, you'd have to
she's
sit
18.
there.
Get him back out now. Get him.
And a lot of times the girls weren't on the front cover. You had to look at the credits on the back, like, is she starring?
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
How about the one that did the chain gang? She did 500
What's a
Oh,
chain
guys.
gang?
disgusting.
Who's that girl?
That was disgusting.
What was
Houston.
that? No.
It was a girl, Houston, that did one.
No, this girl did 500 guys.
Isn't that a gang?
Oh, the Asian
not
girl,
a chain
Annabelle-
gang?
No, she was a white girl.
She wasn't Asian.
A pretty white girl.
I'm
And
sweating.
she did this where she didn't have porn stars do her. She opened
Just
to the
guys,
public.
I remember this.
Open to the public. They all got they had to get AIDS tests. All
I
these
remember
guys that
this.
were fans. What was
She
her
did it without
stupid name?
condoms with these guys?
No,
before her, there was an Asian girl that did that, but before her, her name was Houston, a blonde girl, and I remember one time she did like, say, 270, whatever it was. It was a world record at the time. She said she had to stop because she was getting cut up from the guy's fingernails.
Oh no, these
Fingernails.
guys weren't putting their fingers in her.
guess
These
these
guys were
guys
just
were.
banging her.
Oh,
And
gosh.
every 100 guys, she would stop and go, "I need an ice pack." So she would put an ice pack on her crotch, and I was like, "Is this
Yeah.
Can
girl?"
you
Yeah.
imagine?
I mean, really?
Can you imagine what had to have happened to these girls when they were young that they would think that this is a good idea?
Good
You know
idea
what
to
I mean?
break a record.
Yeah, like why? What happened?
Not like
to
eat
them?
the most hot dogs. Listen, the girl stopped, and then she's going, "Where's my manager?" And I'm like, "Really? Your manager's in line."
What's the best toy that your average Joe should
The
get?
rabbit.
I don't like the rabbit.
You
I
know
didn't
what's
like
so funny? Again, I've been out of the business for a while, so I don't know. But I
it.
remember
What was your big seller?
it was there was the rabbit, but then
I want the rabbit.
now the rabbit had a vibrating control that was separate from the vibrator.
The rabbit, from what I remember, has the dildo that goes in,
And
then it
rotates.
has a little thing on the outside,
ears.
that would go.
Yeah. Now
But it went at 90 miles an hour.
they
Yeah,
put
I
it-
don't like anything.
Then there was the Techno Rabbit, and what they did with the Techno Rabbit is they put the vibrators in, and now instead of being separate with a wire control, now it was like one unit you had. And there was a woman that tried to pull us into a lawsuit because the batteries
Electrocuted?
it wasn't a Techno Rabbit, but the batteries
Singed her pubic hair.
malfunctioned
No.
and burned her vagina.
You're kidding me.
The whole battery base melted, and what was it called? The Dragon Lady, I think it was called.
Did she win the lawsuit?
No, I don't remember. I don't know.
All right, someone from Australia, Julia
Oh.
Angelina, says, "Good day, guys. Good morning from Australia. Hello from Australia. I'm dying to come to Australia.
15 hours on the plane, though.
I know. I'd have to be
Really?
drugged.
No.
They'd have to put an IV in my arm, knock me out, and then wake me
I have
up.
to know.
Morphine and then go.
I can't go any more than 5 hours is a lot for me.
My legs start doing. And besides, you can get, what are those things you get in your legs?
Clots.
I don't want to get a clot.
But you're not 500 pounds.
But
Why
still,
would you get a clot?
You get a clot from
Get
when
up
you
and fucking take a piss.
Well, that's the thing. They say if you don't get up and move around,
you're not
you
gonna
get
you're not
clots.
gonna get up and
I
move
was,
around for 15 hours, Patty.
I don't
I was
know.
on a flight this past weekend to Fort
Oh, you've
Lauderdale.
got such long legs.
No, but I always pay the extra, and it's so great because a lot of times people don't.
What are you using? Comedy?
JetBlue?
Economy comfort.
First, you get first class. It's not first
JetBlue
class
extra
in
leg
JetBlue.
room. Yeah,
oh,
they-
extra leg.
You pay $80 for it, and
Oh, that's worth it.
yeah, but
Fuck JetBlue. Their television. I've flown 4 times on JetBlue. 3 times the TV
Don't
doesn't
work.
The
Yeah,
TV doesn't
yeah,
work.
there's
They
always
go,
a
oh,
problem.
we've never had this problem before. I go,
They
really?
do.
Because the last 3 times your TVs don't work. And then
Maybe you sat in the same seat.
got-
no,
you know what?
then I mix.
And
I
took
go
the
with
same
the
plane.
Indian guy next to me. Goes, oh, you can sit here. My wife, she not look at the thing. Blah blah blah. So I go sit in his wife's thing, and her TV didn't work on the same flight.
here's the
Anyway,
thing.
I hate JetBlue. Go ahead.
Here's the thing is that I think that when that happens, you have to report it.
Yeah, I should have gotten.
Because if nobody reports it, then the next guy is going to be stuck
Right.
with it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he says nothing.
Report
Yeah.
it. Maybe they'll
Yeah,
send you a free
you gotta-
plane
They
ticket.
gave me $15 the first time I reported. That's what the second time. I'm
Really?
like, for all that trouble, they're giving me $15. Forget. Hey, Brian Plato. Hello, Brian says the silver bullet. What was the silver
Yes,
bullet?
yeah,
I
that was
remember
big. That was
What
big.
is the
I
silver
had
bullet?
that.
He's right.
I had that.
He's
What do you
right.
put it in your vagina or
that
your ass,
big.
or what do you do?
It
It
wasn't
was just,
even that big.
and then there
It
was
was this
then there
big.
was the golden egg, which was like the silver bullet. It was just an egg-shaped thing.
And what do you do with it?
It
and
buzzed.
again-
it just
It buzzes?
buzzed.
And again, when they first came out, it was a wire, and you had this handheld control. But then they started
Oh.
using watch batteries, and
You
you,
know,
could,
when
you could just you could
but
lose the
here's
entire egg
problem.
inside you.
When
You just
have-
leave it in there and walk
Yeah.
around
Yeah,
and go
but
to
it'll
work?
eventually come out, Roach. here's the thing.
With me,
when
definitely.
my
I've had
kids,
two
when I
kids.
had my
Show.
kids, I had to throw all the dildos and everything in the garbage. But my kids had this game. It looks like a monster. It's like a little. It looks like a bug,
monster.
and it goes. Drrrr, and it
Oh,
was
yeah.
a game, and you would buy these little things. They were $10, and you would turn the thing on, and it would vibrate. And one day I go to my husband, go grab one of those things. But then you have to throw it out.
You can't, or you got to put it in a baggie. Maria Walsh loves you, Chris.
Hi,
by
Maria.
the
Love
way.
you too.
Yeah.
We were just talking
Who
about you.
doesn't love Chris
Hey.
Roach?
Joe DeLion is watching. I haven't seen Joe DeLion in
Oh my
8 million
God!
years.
we
Last time I saw
Moa-
DeLion was in upstate New York.
Okay, Tom
no,
McTiernan, who we
and
tried to get on the
Hey!
show with you,
Good
who
man.
did not respond to my phone calls or my messages,
My
is
twin.
watching. I know he was going to do the show.
He's
but
my
he
twin.
didn't get
Well,
back.
he's a dick. Now he's never getting on the show.
That's not true, Tom.
No, I love Tom McTiernan. Joey Cola, hello. Okay,
Joey Cola.
Joe Coca-Cola.
So here's what happened to me today.
Okay, please.
Well, not to mention we had the pool liner put in.
I love the way your pool looks on Facebook.
It
by
really
the way.
does. I did
I
it
don't
with
like
Johnny Huff. Johnny Huff is amazing.
He
Who's
is
Johnny
great.
Huff?
He's a comic.
King
He
of the
does
one-liners and
one-liners.
king of the pool-liners.
He-
Re-
yeah. That was good.
Really?
That's what he is. He does
And
one-liner
I
jokes.
had to help him drag this
You know
pool
Johnny
liner.
Huff. You know Johnny Huff?
I don't know
He's
Johnny.
so-
He's
no,
a Long
he's a
Island
Long
guy?
Island guy, yeah.
Yeah,
See, I don't
he's
get- I don't
So
funny.
talented.
Long Island.
He's
So
so funny.
talented. So we put the liner in, filled up the pool, whatever. And then my tooth, I've been having an issue with my front tooth.
You have a space. You had a space.
So I went to the dentist today, and he goes, "Oh, I'll just tap it off." And he's going, "Bam!" And I'm like, "Whoa!" I go, maybe drill it off. How about drilling it off? No tapping, no more tapping. You just tapped my whole brain out of my
That's
head.
horrible.
I hate anything involved with teeth because I'm so sensitive, and I feel like I'm chewing on tinfoil. And I
Oh, I
got
hate
rid
that
of,
feeling.
I got rid of all the silver.
Oh, that's
My
next.
silver's out too.
I'm doing
I
that
took the
next.
silver out, and I had the white put in because it doesn't. Even if I chew on tinfoil, I won't get that. I won't get that feeling.
Like you get those little eggs at Easter, those little
Oh yeah,
chocolate
and then you
eggs.
get a little bit of
Bit-
metal on the
Ah!
chocolate. Ah, it was so bad.
That's the bit worst torture.
Oh.
If you want to torture someone to tell you the truth, take a tinfoil thing and shove it in his
Their teeth.
teeth. You will get. That's like an electrocution.
It really is.
You will get the right answers right away from that.
Probably like
That's
the cure
better
for
than
Alzheimer's. Chew
waterboarding.
tinfoil and
You know for Alzheimer's, stay away from tinfoil. Do you know that? I tell
Yeah.
everybody.
Aluminum.
You
Well,
don't
that's
cook
why-
in aluminum. You don't use tin pots. You get
Yeah, you have
metals
to
are.
get. You
I
have
don't go
to
that
get
far, but I
stainless
stopped.
Steel.
I stopped with the I don't do the deodorant anymore.
Yeah,
You don't
that's-
wear
I
deodorant?
noticed,
No,
I
no, no, no.
noticed.
I-
stink it
I
up.
don't use deodorant with aluminum
Oh,
in it
Is this
I
a
should check that.
condom?
I don't even.
because no, it's just for sweating. It's like
I was
for
going
my.
to say he bought
It does look like a
condom.
condom.
Sorry.
Yeah,
A little
I'm
tea
such a
bag.
heavy sweater. I have
medium.
I have antiperspirant for my head. So sad. It's so sad. I sweat all. Anyway, I stopped using aluminum, which is in like everything.
Everything.
But if you get Tom's of Maine, it's aluminum free.
I've told this before, but I used Tom's of Maine, and I had sex with a guy, and he called me the next day, and he goes,
What does that have to do
"What?
with
Why
pussy
did you
smell?
stink?" No, but it was in my underarms. He goes, "What was your underarm smell all about?" And I'm like, "Excuse me?" He goes, "What was happening with your underarms?" And I go, "Oh, why did they smell?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "I changed deodorants
Wait, when
once
was
in
this?
my
When
life."
was this?
Back in the 80s, back when I was like
Young?
20. Yes,
Somebody
very
that
young.
was familiar with
I,
you.
I-
It
you
wasn't
know,
just
I
a
got to
one
tell you,
night.
I've
That
never
was the
had
first time I had slept with him, and that was the last time. If he's going to say my underarms stink, I'm not
Okay,
sleeping with him
I've
again.
never
I
had
like,
an
I
odor.
like stinky underarms when they're a tiny bit stinky.
Okay, I've never had an odor. Well, because that's the smell that we're.
That's your
Pheromones.
pheromones.
Yeah,
Pheromones.
I like that in a man.
I'm not talking taxi drive smell. I'm talking like a very light.
I'm
Like,
not talking goat
Ooh.
smell.
Can I tell you,
But-
I don't like any smell. Kevin has zero smell.
No, I
Thank
like
God.
a little smell, like in the underarm, but not
Yeah.
too much.
No.
I
No, but Sam doesn't really smell. But here's the thing:
Go ahead.
I've never had an odor anywhere on my body when I was
Okay.
younger. Okay,
Come on.
I'm serious. All right,
You're okay. I don't want to be nasty, but your vagina never smelled when you were younger.
never. If I didn't wash it, yeah, it did.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if I go a month without washing my crotch,
What about at the end of the day? You're
no,
telling me?
I didn't have any. Well, it wasn't violent.
woman here also.
It wasn't violent. I was a young kid.
He's
I didn't have
muffins.
any odor. So as soon as I went into menopause, I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? And I used aluminum-free deodorant. I used Tom's or whatever. Now I have a different one. And I go like this. I'm like, are you? I was a cab driver.
So,
And that only lasted, I would say, about a year.
Was
and
that before your kids or after your
No,
kids?
during my menopause, after my kids.
oh yeah.
Oh.
My hormones changed into a man. I turned into a man, and then for like a year this went on, and now it's fine.
Sometimes
I'm back again.
I'm wired so fucked up that sometimes I have to put lotion under my armpits because they don't sweat and they get like
Too dry.
They rub on each other. My arm fat. And meanwhile, I sweat like a pig. Right? I sweat like a pig from my trunk.
So maybe
my
it's
head.
just going up.
My wires are all fucked up. But my wife said to me one time, and I tell this on stage sometimes, that she goes to me, "Are you using deodorant?" And I said, "Yes, it's Tom's of Maine. You know I don't wear the aluminum." And she goes, "Is it onion scented?"
That's hilarious. Well, here's the thing. People do, a lot of people do, for sweating too much, they put Botox under the arm.
Botox, and they do it in the scalp now. They Botox the scalp for
So
people.
you won't get sweaty.
Here's the thing about it. Botox. I'm reading about Botox because I'm thinking I should get my brows done and get Botox. But then it says trouble swallowing, trouble. Your
Oh.
tongue doesn't move. You get nerve. Like what?
Wait, if you do it in your forehead?
Yeah.
Wait,
Like you can.
okay.
If you do it up anywhere, and especially if you.
Wait,
do
what
it
do you
for-
mean? Your tongue? How does that go to your tongue?
Because what it does is I don't know, it freezes it, so it's freezing the back. Then you can't swallow. You're like,
And then you die?
I don't know what happens, but
Yeah, I'm not getting it.
that's why I'm afraid to get it. I should get it, but I'm afraid to get it because I
No,
don't
I'll
want my
get a
tongue.
facelift before I get the
I
fucking
need to get
Botox.
I gotta
in
get
my-
everything done.
But
Go.
I'm trying to lose 5 pounds. I'm trying to lose weight.
20.
Forget about. Well, I mean 30. But I'm just saying I can't even lose 5.
There's this new procedure I saw a doctor about for sleep apnea. You were just talking about the
Oh
tongue.
yeah, do you still have that?
They cut out those things.
No. There's this new one now. Is they put a pacemaker
Oh,
and they put a wire up to. This is where sleep apnea is. Your
Yeah,
throat
yeah.
collapses.
yeah,
And they hook it up to the nerve that's connected to your tongue.
yeah.
And you turn it on with a battery at night. And when your throat goes to collapse, it sends it a little jolt and keeps
Yeah,
it
wouldn't
open.
that wake you up though?
I don't know, but I've been researching this
I
thing.
think
I'm
it's been
talking
tested, Patty.
for years. I've been researching it, and some people are complaining about swollen tongues and stuff like that.
Well, let me tell you something. You're the one I
Makes-
talked to
No.
when Kevin.
It makes your tongue go forward.
Yeah, see what? That's too.
No, Sam needs to get it. He snores like a son of a bitch.
Kevin used to snore where I would be in the living room. He'd be in the bedroom. I couldn't even sleep in the bedroom with him. And in the living room, he would wake me up. All the way from the bedroom, he was so loud. But he had the surgery. They cut out the back of his throat.
Yeah.
And I thought he was going to die. I mean, when I saw him on the table, I thought he was is he all right? He's blue. They're like, he's fine. You just got to keep pushing him when the machine goes off and he's not breathing. Like, why am I pushing him? Is there something that, like...
What if I fall asleep and don't push
I
him?
said, I got to go to bed now. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I go, what am I going to do?
Wait,
I
was
can't
this
push
for the
him.
rest of his life? I
That-
told you to
I
marry
heard
him,
that.
you
Putnam
asshole. before he
Hospital.
fucking dies.
So they go, no, don't worry. It'll send a machine off. Go home, go to bed, and when he starts to not breathe, and then we'll go in and check on him. And is he going to be dead? I mean, it's the most extreme. And it took him a month on oxycodone.
I heard it's horrible.
It's a horrible. But let me
Horrible
tell you,
Swelled up.
I can sleep with him. His snoring, like once in a while he snores. I knock into him and then he rolls over, and I can sleep in the same bed. I never used to be able to. I'm telling you.
Did he take his epiglottis out, the punching bag?
I can't remember if they took that up.
'Cause
The whole
that-
back they took out, and he can sleep, and his asthma got better. Like everything gets better.
How's his swallow? Any problems
Did his
swallowing?
No, no
dick
problem
get bigger?
No
swallowing.
choking, no swallowing on food.
No choking.
No dick got
swallowing.
bigger?
He doesn't need to get bigger.
Oh. Sweet talking, sweet talking.
What?
What? Wait, I want to ask you something about a cop.
I'm gonna get liposuction to my pelvis,
Let me tell you something.
so my penis looks bigger.
I want liposuction to my belly. I'm doing everything I can.
Look, a
to
lot of
get
people
this.
don't know this about liposuction. If
I'm
you
a gawk.
remove the fat cells from
I don't
a
think this
certain
is true.
part of your body, look it up.
I'm going to look it up.
If you remove a certain part, those fat cells will come back, not there, but somewhere else.
well, what
'Cause your
about
body
freezing
needs-
it? Freezing the
It's the
fat.
same thing. You're removing the fat cells.
Well, what am I going to walk around fat? I can't take it anymore.
You're not fat.
My stomach. Okay.
Hey, what time does the show start at the comic strip?
Let me see.
Which was where we are.
When a crowd comes in.
It's 8:08. You got to go on at 8:20. Oh, it hasn't even
I guess
started yet.
Okay, so I got.
You got extra time because
Yeah.
it should have started a while ago.
Thank God.
By the way, we
Now-
are here live at the comic strip. Thank you. And we're also here with Adam Henniker
From the rec room.
from the rec room, who likes big asses and young girls with braces.
Big
okay, in case you
asses.
missed the beginning.
You know what? When I was
Sure,
young,
she's 30.
when I was young, nobody liked the big ass. I had a
Oh,
big
no.
ass. Nobody liked it.
Who's that?
I would have loved your big ass.
Who's that guy?
You know what? Back in the day, big asses were bad. Like oh, she's fat with that
they
big
wanted
ass.
that boy
They
body,
wanted
like
Barbie.
you. They
Barbie
wanted
doll.
you, the
No,
boy
but,
body.
they didn't really want that.
Skinny
but
little, no
little
boobs.
flat ass. And
That's
flat
what my
everything.
husband wanted.
What if he only does 10 minutes? And then
So
What's wrong?
I got to go in a couple minutes.
A couple of
Oh,
minutes.
he's getting nervous.
He's doing 10 minutes up. Don't worry, we'll
And,
hear him.
I'm on 8:20.
Oh, you're up first?
Yeah, but I want to look at my notes and stuff.
All right, so
All
go.
right, so
I,
go.
I got to
Let's
come
just
back.
ask you one
I
question
got to come
about
back
being
to
a
Chick
cop.
Chat. Go.
What scared you? The gun?
Yeah, why aren't you not a cop anymore?
No, I
You
got.
would have had a fucking pension right now.
No, I got fired.
What do you mean you got fired? You didn't tell us that.
Tell us that. I thought you quit.
No,
How'd you get
Chris.
fired? What'd you do? Was that when you rang the bell and ran away?
No, when you're a cop, you're on probation for 2 years, and I got into a fight off duty.
Who'd you get in a fight with? Oh, I
Some
love
guy
this.
who tripped and his penis fell on my girlfriend. It was.
Wait, what the fuck does that mean?
He
was an
was
accident.
fucking his girlfriend.
Some guy was banging your girlfriend?
No, he tripped and his penis fell. He flew across the room and his penis flew into my girlfriend. It was an
I don't understand what this means.
accident. It means I'm in denial after 20 years.
Which girlfriend was this?
Oh, it was a few girlfriends ago.
All right, so
A
what
few
happened?
girlfriend- well,
Did
why'd
you
you
beat
mad
him
at
with
the
your
girlfriend?
nightstick?
What?
Did you beat him with your nightstick?
I
What
didn't have
happened?
my nightstick.
So then why would you get in trouble?
Because you're on probation for 2
Oh, so you
years,
can't do
you
anything,
can't do
babe.
Fist fight?
anything.
So did you have a fist fight with this
and
guy?
then you what? Like you can call it that way, I guess. But listen,
What'd you do? Beat the shit out of him?
I guess a little bit, yeah.
With a stick? With a gun? What'd you beat him with?
with my big fat giant hands.
So
But listen, but you got to understand. This is when that whole plunger thing was hot.
yeah.
Oh.
But let me
Why,
ask
was
you
the
a
guy
question.
black? Was the guy black?
No, he wasn't black.
No, 'cause
Why are you
then-
saying no, he wasn't black? Like, that would be a bad thing if a black guy was banging your girlfriend.
Listen. Let me ask you something. So had you not have gotten
My
fired,
censor button just went up. Boop! Don't answer that.
he's racist. No. So had you not gotten
I probably-
fired, you would have still been a cop.
Or I would have. I
Which
hate. But I
shot,
hated. I hated
killed.
being a cop. I really didn't
So
like
maybe
it.
God stepped in and
I
took
think
you out
so.
of there.
I think so. I think if when I look at that night and the events that took up to that incident, it really is just amazing how I ended up there. I never go over a house at 2 a.m, but I'm like, let me go by there. And
God wanted you to not
he
be a
wanted
cop
to be there,
anymore.
you know.
Wait
and
a minute, you went to the house at 2 in the morning. The
her
girlfriend?
girlfriend, and when she was living, she was renting a room.
Oh, she wasn't living with you.
She was renting a room with her mom and a girlfriend, and so I remember
you
throwing.
went over?
I remember throwing a pebble at the window. I'm like, she's fucking. All right, I'm just gonna.
How'd you know she was with someone?
I didn't.
You walked in
I walked in on it.
and you saw it.
They were sleeping.
Oh, my God, that's so horrible.
And then I remember walking up to the front door. I'm like, all right, this is what I'll do. If the front door's open, I'll go in, sneak in, and go to bed with her and go to sleep. I was tired. I really was tired.
How long you been going out with
It
her?
was after a night of drinking.
Then you were
4 years.
wide awake
4 years.
after that, huh?
Oh, my God.
And then I went in the room, and I'm like,
I love this story. How'd you not tell us this story the first time
And
you were
then
on
you
the
were
show?
wide awake.
this poor guy who I never seen again, who I owe an apology to.
How bad did
It
you
wasn't
beat
his
him?
fault.
It was not his fault.
It's
at
her
all.
fault.
It was not his fault at all.
It's her fault.
It was totally. And I wasn't thinking about doing anything. I looked at him. I said, "Hey, get the fuck out of here!" And he started putting his clothes on. Right now, I'm drunk. I'm drunk.
Uh-oh.
And then my girlfriend goes. At times, she goes, "Chris, don't do anything." I'm like, "What do you mean, don't? What do you mean, like? You mean like punch him?"
Oh, she gave you the idea.
She put the idea in my head. And I was so drunk
Because
and
she
stupid.
wanted to feel like
I'm
they're
not-
fighting over me.
I'm not even kidding. I wanted this guy to leave so I could lay down. I wanted this guy. That's how drunk and tired I was. I wanted this guy to leave, and then I was going to lay down and deal with it tomorrow. And then she goes, "Don't do anything." And I'm like, "Oh, you mean like punch him in the fucking head?" and I hit him, and
Did you knock
But
him
I
out?
believe
Not
I
bad.
believe that
No,
God
it wasn't
steps
his
in.
fault.
Patty doesn't believe in God.
yeah, it
but-
really does.
I believe
He-
in God,
He
kind of.
does.
Oh, now you believe in God?
Oh, we got
no,
heathen on the
I
show.
do. I
Heathen
believe
alert.
in- I believe. What'd you
Heathen
say?
alert.
No, I believe that there are reasons. You know, I believe that
God
the-
intercepted. They so decided to switch his
Because
life
if I was-
this way
if I
because
was
he
still
might
a-
have gotten shot and killed. And,
I'm fatalistic, I believe.
Or maybe I would have shot myself.
right.
Oh,
I
why
was-
would you have shot
I was-
yourself?
I was very
depressed?
Very yes. I was
It's
very
still
unhappy.
not too late.
I would. You know, this is when you know you're depressed when
What?
you're sleeping
Yeah.
and you wake up after 8 hours, but you make yourself go back for another few more because you just don't want to deal with shit.
That's how I was all the time.
Sleeping is a form of like avoidance. It's like it's a beautiful.
It's
form
like
of
denial.
avoidance. Yeah.
It's like it's better than drugs. You just keep sleeping. I
sleep
can't
it-
sleep
yeah.
anymore, but when I was younger, I used to
Oh,
do
I
that.
could sleep like I would
I
sleep
could
like
sleep 12 hours.
12 hours.
Me too, but
Me
I didn't think that was that because I'm
too.
depressed. I think it's just because I'm
13,
young.
It was depression.
Oh, really? Well, maybe I was depressed. Wait, can I ask you a quick question about
Sure.
the cops? This is kind of a political one. What do you think about taking the knee? Yes or no? Are you against
No,
it? Is
I'm
it
against
okay?
it. I'm against it because
In a football game.
Yeah, I'm against it because I view that the American.
As a cop.
Yeah, I think that the anthem, our anthem, is whenever I hear that, I think of the people that died, so I can act
Be
like
free.
so I can act like an asshole on stage. The people who died, and I just think I don't know. I don't get very political, but to me, that if you want to protest whatever your cause is,
Go outside of a precinct.
or maybe do it when the anthem's done, then take a knee or do something in the end zone. But to me, that moment is about the people who died from the beginning of our country.
Okay, and what do you think about them that they're saying, well, we're protesting the police?
Protesting the police?
That's what they say that they're doing. They're not
Oh
protesting
yeah, they
the
are.
flag.
Listen, and
they're
I say
protesting the police.
I say,
What do you think about that?
I say they have every right to, but that's not the time.
But that's not the time or place.
How
So
long
you
is that
say-
song? How long is the Star Spangled Banner?
A minute.
Just,
Two.
Just stand, and you know what? How about when you score a touchdown, everybody go into the end zone and take a knee, or do something different.
Yeah, not during the flag.
Yeah,
you're
do
saying.
something. Yeah,
Okay.
they have the right to.
Does anybody
To protest,
remember?
the right
does
to
anybody
protest.
remember Nick Cannon's rant about
No.
the Star Spangled Banner? He's like,
No.
stand up for what? Stand up for what? And then he goes, that ain't my song. That's not my shit, you white. And he did this
It's not
whole
your song.
nasty rant about slaves and that's not his song, and that song
all of
it's
our
for
song.
white racist. And I'm like,
It's not.
how did Nick Cannon escape?
Well, he's
that?
not on the show anymore.
But
he's
he,
not
he
the host
escaped
anymore. so-
that, and I'm like saying to myself, it's not for you. People fought to free
People of every
people
color.
fought to free slaves.
That's right.
People fought for the injustice that was going on. Not everybody's corrupt. Not everyone's a racist. There are bad apples in every
Yeah.
tree. So
People of every color
that
and
people
religion have
died
died
on this.
for our country.
I do believe, though, that people should be able to protest, but I also think that's it's a weird time to protest during.
Yeah.
I'm very much appreciative of the military, but I feel
appreciative. I couldn't do it.
I
I
couldn't
give them
do it.
everything.
I couldn't do
They
it
go to war, come back with no legs.
I
What
know.
the fuck?
and
All right.
and
I
These
gotta go.
people.
okay, wait.
I gotta go. On that note, 911's a joke.
Hey, where are you going to
Roach.
be? You going to be anywhere?
I'm
Where are you gonna be? Wait, he's gonna be on the stage here, but where are you gonna be
20
this
minutes.
weekend?
Comic strip,
this
where-
weekend I'm in Boston, but you could check my website, chrisroachlive.com, or Twitter @roach.comic.
Where in
no,
Boston?
@roachcomic.
We're in Boston.
Beverly somewhere?
Beverly's.
At some theater.
Oh, you're doing the theaters now?
And then I'm in Cape Cod on Saturday.
Oh my God!
Oh,
You've
that's
got
great.
all the good gigs.
You know what?
Don't
He's
be
got no
jealous.
kids at home.
Yes.
His wife's
Well-
loving living by herself. She's got a big pool.
She got a big pool. Did you
What?
put a pool in?
I thought you were going to say she loves him, but she's got a big pussy.
No, she's got a big pool now
Let
that
me-
you fixed it, and she
All
can
right,
lay
let
out.
me
with
say
her
that
friends.
I love my wife.
Thank you.
She's very cute.
She is cute.
Let me leave on that note.
She's very pretty. She does hair. She does.
Oh,
good-
she does. Let me tell you, your
She
wife
just doesn't do my hair.
has the best eyebrows. She's got beautiful
I know.
arched
I know.
eyebrows.
Can I tell you
Beautiful.
something?
Yes.
Tattooed.
They're tattooed.
Tattooed.
Get the fuck out.
They look
I'm
beautiful.
looking at her
The
eyebrows.
tattooed eyebrows now are so amazing. They put little strokes in them now.
Yeah, so they look like hairs.
But what, did she not have regular eyebrows? Or she shaved off?
No,
they
you
were
just
thin.
you
They were
want
thin.
to put them in.
The other thing, you
so
know what?
don't have to do
Contact
all
her on Facebook. She'll tell you everything.
All right, good.
Really?
Goodbye.
Tattooed eyebrows.
I love my wife's eyebrows. But you know what? After they get done, they look terrible for 2 weeks. They're
Yeah,
like,
but then they
What do you
calm
mean?
down.
Oh, when they
crusty
tattoo
and
them?
thick and black.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You must have
Anyway,
been scared.
thank you for coming out.
Hey,
we love
thank
you,
you.
Roach.
I love you both.
We love
We
you.
Roach.
I
I'm
love
glad
your-
you're not a cop.
My ass is starting to hurt anyway.
I'm
All right,
glad you're
God,
not. And
tuck- he's got to duck down to get out of this little room. He's got
Look
to
how
duck down.
gigantic he is.
He's like
He is.
he's like 2 feet over the door.
Adam, he can't even get out of the fucking door.
Oh my God.
Adam, you want to come over and sit with us? Maybe we can talk to Adam.
You want me to?
Yeah, sit over here with us.
So
We can talk
let's.
to you
What
some
else
more.
can we talk about? I want to talk about.
What can we talk about? Let him sit.
I got
too,
a
and then-
job.
Oh yeah, tell me about your job, Adam. You can chime in if you want, or you don't have. Whatever you want. What, do you have a donut on your shirt? What is that?
That's a record, Patty.
Oh, sorry.
You want my glasses? I went and applied.
Can I apologize for my hair first? Okay. I
Yes,
didn't have time.
please,
It fucking
please.
looks horrible.
You know we had the show today.
I know, but I had to exercise. Okay.
Look at mine. All right, so today I had to get my tooth done in the morning.
Yes. Tell the
Thank
job.
God it didn't come out bad.
It looks good.
And then I applied the new Red Robin.
What's a Red Robin?
It's a restaurant.
Is it like?
Red Robin.
Oh, that place? Is it
Yeah.
a hotel, like a motel?
No, that's Red Roof.
Oh yeah, Red Roof. Red Roof is where people go to get
So
laid
I'm at
and
the
get
Red
drugs.
Robin. No, you can't apply at the Red Robin. You have to apply online. So I applied like a month and a half ago when it first opened. I'm like, you know what? This would be a good gig from like 10:30 to 2 or from 10:30 to 1 every day.
Yes.
I'll make my lunch money
Yes.
and I'm good. And then I can work at
But your
night.
kids are home for the summer. You're going to wait till they go back to school?
No, I'm going to,
You,
please.
you have to get away from them in
Yes.
the summer. Okay.
So
Well,
they-
who's you going
they-
to leave them with? Your husband's working?
They're old enough.
All right.
So I might not work those hours. They might give me the dinner shift, which is 5 to 7.
Oh,
whatever.
okay. All right. So 2 hours.
2-hour shifts.
Wow.
And so
At the table.
the table.
you know, I'm watching all these other kids come in there. They're like 12. They can't figure their way out of a paper bag. So I know I got this in the bag. And because I've owned 2 restaurants, I've been a waitress. I know what I'm doing. And I know the POS system, you know, trying to teach
What's a
somebody
POS?
point of sale system where you have to put in the
Oh, I
food
see.
order.
I could never do that. I don't know
Right.
how to do a computer.
So anyway, he asks me. So I go there. So I get the call to come in today after my dentist appointment, and he asks me, "Okay, what's your last name again?" And I fucking froze. I didn't know what my last. I was like Karavis, but then I'm like, wait, it's not Karavis. And I'm
it's
like,
your
what?
married name.
Papa
yeah, it's your married
Napalopoulos.
name, and you've had it for how many years?
30. No. How old's my kid? 14,
So what,
13.
12 years, 14 years?
13.
Okay.
I
And
guess you could figure
But
it.
I
Yeah.
understand not remembering your name. I had somebody call me up for something. I don't even remember what. And she goes, "Can I have your address, please?" So they had to mail me something. And I go, "Yeah." And I go, "Oh." And I just sat there. I go to her. I can't remember my address right now. She goes, "What do you mean?" I go, I don't know. I go, "Wait a minute." And I'm just sitting there. I go, "Can you hold on?" She goes, "Yes." I went and got a piece of mail that had my address on
I
it.
bet you do
That's
that
fucked
before.
up. That's scary shit.
Why wouldn't I remember my address?
When did this happen?
7 years ago?
Yeah.
7 years
So
ago.
there's no.
Maybe it was menopause. I don't know.
It is. It's menopause.
I-
Menopause messes everything up, from dry crotch to headache. I just was sitting here talking to you.
Crotch.
Right, no, your crotch dries out.
That's
so
true.
when you sit here, and when I was sitting here before, all of a sudden I got a brain spin. You ever get those?
What's a brain spin?
Well, you're sitting here, and all of a sudden your whole
Like
brain
a
goes
head rush.
zoo, like a
when
head
you
rush.
stand up
Oh,
too
that
quick.
A brain spin,
Yeah.
and that's part of menopause. I can't sleep at night. That's another menopause. I'm hot flashes, another menopause.
Yes.
Every bad symptoms, achy muscles, menopause. I have every stupid symptom, and brain fog, which is
I
forgetting.
have that all the time. That's
That's
just the way it
menopause.
is. Adam is a young, handsome, vibrant,
young-ish.
sexy man.
People think I'm young.
you-
People think I'm a millennial. They say you're a
I
millennial.
always think you're a millennial.
Yeah.
But you're not.
I'm like
Even
at the
he
very.
said, "Look, at you're a good-looking
Yeah.
guy."
He's got
Guys
the-
say you're a good-looking
Yeah, he's
guy.
got that Scott Baio.
Chris and I have
Scott
a thing called chemistry.
You have
Is that
the
what you call
Scott
it?
Baio.
Yeah, you did. Scott
Yeah,
Baio's
yeah,
ugly.
yeah.
Don't
No,
even say.
but
Maybe.
he was
Yeah,
hot back
maybe.
in our day. So, but he was Charles in Charge. He was 50 years old, and he was Charles in Charge playing a 20-year-old.
That's true.
So
okay,
he never-
was-
he
Tony
never-
Danza. He's a Tony Danza type where he's like cute.
He
and
never got
likable.
old. He never aged.
Yes.
But Tony Danza aged. Scott Baio never aged. Scott Baio had
Scott
that
Baio's
young
got those
look.
big bags under his eyes now.
Now
You seen
he
him?
looks terrible.
He looks horrible. Wait, what was I going to say? Oh, also with Chris Roach, this was also embarrassing. Talk about like how stupid I am on Facebook. I'm doing the Facebook instant message with him, and I go, I'm asking him, if he can do the show and what time he can do the show, and I look right above where I was writing to him, and I see him where he wrote this beautiful thing back in 2012. It said, "Patty, it was so great working with you. You're a doll. You were so funny on the show. Talk to you soon." Did I respond? I didn't even know he wrote to me. So however many years it is, like 6 years later. So I wrote, "Oh, I just saw your note for 2012.
But I do that too.
Thank you. And you were funny too.
I do that too. I said on Christmas time, I got a Happy Mother's Day
Yes.
from my friend Elon, from L.A. and she writes Happy Mother's Day in the messenger, and I wrote, "Oh, thank you so much." She's like, "That was Mother's Day was 6 months ago," and I do the same shit. I don't answer right away.
I don't know how to work things.
But I do want to say, look, I forgot now. You see that? You see how it just...
I have a question.
Menopause.
I have a question for Adam about and then I'm going to leave the girl alone.
No,
after
you can.
this.
I'm
But
an open
my
book.
question is, you go, it's casual.
cool.
Does she know it's casual? Maybe she doesn't want it
well,
to be
she
casual.
lives-
Is she thinking green card? Are you going to be on 90 Day Fiance?
This girl lives like pretty deep in New Jersey, so like
What does that
it's
mean?
pretty
Too far of a
casual.
drive?
I mean,
He's got to subway it.
I got to take the New Jersey Transit.
You don't have a car?
No, I don't have a
No,
car.
he lives in the city. Why
live
would
in,
he do that?
Queens.
Oh, yeah,
It's
you
just
can't have a
the
car in
city.
Queens.
You don't need a car.
So
You go right to the
basically, you can only fall in love with someone that's a train ride away.
Yes.
I'm not saying that I couldn't, that we couldn't make it work, but I
Would
mean,
she,
I'm like
would
off
her
of
ass
a long.
fit in your apartment?
It does. It has. Yeah. Yeah.
Carrie, you didn't have a big ass back in the day. You had a little
I
ass.
had a skinny waist this big. I have the belt. And I remember the belt that I have, it was this big, and it was on the fourth hole.
Oh, my
So
God.
it was that much, even that much. I put it on, it comes to here.
Yeah, I
fat
had
fuck.
no waist. I never had a waist, even when I was skinny. When I was anorexic, I didn't have a waist. I still went
It's just,
straight up. But anyway.
anyway.
The reason why it's like a thing with me is because I just don't probably seem like a guy that would be into that.
No,
Well,
you
that
don't.
is what's so
People
confusing.
look at me and think you date like a skinny
Little skinny-
Asian woman. or
Yes,
something.
Yes,
Like,
but
that's
you
not
you
my-
would date an Asian woman, wouldn't you?
I did early in my career.
And
yeah,
it was just.
not into
Career?
it. Not into it.
What do you mean not into it? So
I mean,
even
like-
if you liked her, you just
He
sexually
doesn't
weren't
like the
attracted?
food. He
Well,
doesn't like the fried rice.
No, but at a
He
certain
doesn't like the flat
okay,
ass.
listen. Here's the
Okay,
thing.
go ahead.
At a certain point, you have to look at kind of what keeps your attention long term,
Right.
right? I mean, I know it sounds like kind of calculated and kind of cold, but
Yes,
you
it
really
does.
have to look at, like, if you want to have a long term
Well,
relationship.
you have to be attracted to
what
the
and
person,
and
for
I was
God's
with
sakes.
a Dominican girl.
You like
and
all women. You basically like
No,
all
he
women.
only
here's
likes
the
the
thing.
dark
You-
ones.
I mean, I like.
You prefer darker
I would
meat.
prefer darker.
Me too.
And
Not me too in men, but me
Yeah.
too in the chicken. Like when I eat chicken, I have to have the leg.
it's juicier.
I
The
Got
dark meat's
meatier,
juicier.
juicier. I've always been a dark. I'm not a white meat.
like
Right.
a white
Chicken.
meat. Sorry, I gotta have a white
You like white? You like chicken breast? See, I
I do.
can't.
I love a
like
chicken
the dark
breast.
meat.
with a little mayonnaise on it, like a little mayo.
With
so
the
I
mayonnaise on it?
understand.
Yeah, so I dated a girl like years ago that it was very casually, but she was Dominican and she was like really curvaceous, and I just was
Loved
so attracted to and even though it was
Kapow!
it was off and on for like a couple years, I never got.
That was the
I
hot
was
stuff.
always
Tired of it.
attracted to her. Yeah.
what about
yeah,
the
yeah.
voice? You like the voice too, when they have that accent?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when they don't
Uh-huh.
understand what you're saying to them. It's
Yeah.
fucking great.
By the way, she did say that your friend said I had like nice hair, so she knew it. She knew
Oh,
it.
she just didn't respond or even look at me. That's fantastic.
What? she definitely
She
responded.
didn't.
Okay.
She walked right fucking by me,
She probably went like, yeah.
and we're not friends. Adam.
Maybe she
Okay.
didn't know. Maybe she didn't feel right stopping because he didn't introduce us.
I don't know
Maybe
why
that's
you're not
why.
wearing
What?
the
'Cause
headset.
she was watching
Your
the
hair
show.
is already ruined.
My hair looks like shit.
You could have wore the headset today.
Ugh, look, should I have just pulled it back? Look
No,
at that.
your hair's
It's
cute,
fucking bad.
curly.
It's all curly
It's
and
cute,
fucked up.
curly.
I'm thinking of getting the thing where they straighten it.
No,
Can-
don't do that.
That
That has formaldehyde.
What's her name?
in
Not
it.
Elena. Little Eleni.
Eleni.
Why can't I never remember
She
any
does
of your,
great hair.
All you Greek girls have the instead of Elena, it's Elena, and instead of
Elena.
Ellen. Yeah, it's
Elena.
always fucking.
But
some
Eleni
weird
is like
thing.
a very common. I have a friend named Eleni
You
too.
do?
Yeah,
That's
Eleni.
It's
Greek.
throwing me
So
off.
Eleni does your hair, and so if you want to put that formaldehyde in
Yeah,
it.
I'm thinking of it for the summer. Because look at my hair. I can't just go without.
Okay,
blowing my
what
hair
they
out one
do
day.
is it got formaldehyde. They put it in your hair, and then they flat iron
Yes.
it, and then it comes out straight, and you'll never have frizz.
That's what I'm thinking of.
But
I
what if
wanna
it
do
comes
that.
out too flat? But
I
you
know.
like
Then I'm
it
gonna have a
flat.
big nose. I'll
But
look like
then,
Barbara
but
Streisand
you
on a
like
bad day.
the too flat. You like the flat. You flatten your hair out.
I don't flatten it out. It's just that I'm trying to get the frizz out, and then I put too much product in. That's what happens.
All right. Anyway,
Should I bring a
so
fla-
let's
like a
just say
flat
hello
iron?
to some people.
Who else?
Emma Rayner.
Hello, Emma
One-
Rayner.
I went to. She was one of my best friends in elementary school.
Better friends than you and I.
No one's better friend than
Maria
you. Adam.
Walsh says hello. Brian Plato
I
Did
love
we
Brian
say hi
Plato.
to him?
Yes, he
I don't
already
know.
said the silver
you know, here's
bullet.
what I don't understand. Brian Plato talks to you on Twitter. I
Yes.
never understand anything these people are saying because I can't figure out how Twitter works.
You don't understand when
I see what your comments back to him, but what was the original question?
you
Or
gotta
what
see,
was the original?
You gotta hit the thing that says "See original post." You hit original post over to the right.
I don't
top
have
corner.
that button.
You do. You just don't say. I'll show you after how you do it. But yeah, he always responds. And but he does a lot of what do you call it? Twitter games like hashtag games. He's very funny. Tommy Gooch is watching. Who's been on the show? Who else? Anybody
Gooch.
else?
And
Danny
you know
Cohen.
that's it. Danny
All right.
Cohen got back from Israel.
God,
and
look at
let
my
me tell you,
hand.
I was so jealous. He was in Israel, and it looks so beautiful. It's like
aren't you afraid of getting I don't know?
you can't be afraid of everything.
I am afraid of
You
everything.
can't be fucking afraid of everything. You can go anywhere and get fucking run over by a bus. So, he went with Jodie Wasserman. Not
He
Wiener.
did not go with Jodie
Yes.
Wasserman.
Well, he was already there because his mom lives there, but she showed up for like two or 3 weeks.
Oh,
and
that's
they
so
had
funny.
so
I
much
didn't know
fun.
that's
so they were walking
hilarious.
around this hotel. This hotel was ginormous. I'm like, and it was beautiful. They were complaining about there was kids there. I'm like, well, what do you expect in a vacation spot? There's going to be people with their kids.
So wait,
Jodie
they're staying in
Wasserman
a
hated
hotel.
the kids.
Oh, of course she did. She wouldn't like that.
No, it was too much noise with the kids. But, I'm so used to noise with kids that it would be like, all right, this is great. It was such a
I hate
all
noise
white.
with
It was an
kids.
all white hotel.
What do you mean all white?
The place looked white. It was.
Oh.
I don't mean white people. I mean,
Black's not allowed.
No, I mean white, like the inside of Europe. Israel. Like they have the summer that look of, the ocean behind
like
you
Greece.
and everything
Yeah,
white.
yeah.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
to Astoria's like that. I go into all these places. It's all like chrome and fucking marble, and
Yes.
it's
What are you
ridiculous.
talking about?
It's
Yes.
ridiculous. You gotta you come to Astoria. Everything is. It's all owned by Mediterranean.
Oh,
people.
and they like that
Yeah,
whole look
they
with the
like
marble.
it.
Yes.
You'll go I went and looked at an apartment, and it was all they took all the
They did it
hardwood
up.
out. Marble,
Marble.
chrome.
You step on that when you come out of the
Jesus.
shower, you're gonna crack your skull open.
Yeah.
See, I don't
That
like
marble,
marble. You will
slide.
slip and
You will
slide.
slide.
Columns,
and kill
they like
yourself.
columns.
Oh,
yeah,
the
they're
columns in
gorgeous.
the living
They're
room.
like the Italians in Howard Beach, where they got the big
Yeah.
lions
Yeah.
on their front lawn.
I rented from the Italians in Brooklyn, and everything. They're the ones who took. She goes, oh, you should have seen the peach trees that were in your backyard. I go, well, what do you mean? What happened to the peach trees? Because I took the bottom apartment. She goes, oh, my father, he cemented everything down because he didn't like leaves. You don't like fucking leaves? And you're going to cement the whole
and
backyard?
ruin the peach trees.
My kids, no more peach trees. She goes, we had peaches every year, but we don't like the leaves.
Okay, what an
Because they spray the lawn. There's no lawn. They spray with a hose. And
Okay.
anyway.
All right, so let's just talk about the Patreon.
Okay, don't beg.
I'm
We
not
can't be
begging,
like
but I
Kevin
do
Brennan.
want to say thank you for the $11 that we accumulated.
Listen, 11 is a start.
That's 11 a
I'm
month.
thanking
That's
them.
11
What does that
a
mean,
month.
11 a month? I don't even know how Patreon
That means
works.
14 people
Gave
donated
$1.
15
Listen,
cents.
thank you.
No, it's usually like
$1.
people donate like $3, $4.
But now they're stuck every month having to pay it?
Well, until you cancel it, but I mean, what's $4?
That's
Yeah.
great. I'm happy for you people. I mean, I'm grateful for you people because
Seems like it.
I only need another million to do that. But
Listen,
we are
look,
at
we're
11.
happy that you're
We're at
watching.
$11. Are we at $11? Yeah, we are
I mean,
happy.
I haven't checked.
Might
It,
be
it could
12.
it could have gone up. I know. It could.
Let's hope it went to 15.
Kevin Brennan has 500.
He does.
Yes.
Like maybe 450 at this point.
450
Every
Yeah.
month?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. That's good money.
But,
Doing all
he's
right.
been doing it longer.
and he's
Yeah.
nastier. We're not that nasty.
You're pretty nasty.
but
Whoa.
so thank you for. So if you don't know,
Yes.
it's where do they
so
look? Where do they
you
find
go
the
to
Patreon?
patreon.com/chickchat. And
That's it. It's very easy.
Yeah, it's $1 minimum. And if you have PayPal, it's super easy. You can sync it up to your PayPal in 30 seconds.
And you'll give us $1 every month.
But it's just the minimum $1. But you can give $5. Anybody can give $5, right? If you're
Right.
listening to four.
I used to give to.
Well, we're only
For-
doing every other week for
Well,
the summer.
okay, so maybe
Right.
when we get to
Yeah.
once a week again,
Yes.
you pony up $5.
Right, so
Maybe,
I think
maybe
that's
we
fair.
Get these
$1
tops off.
for listening to this wonderful podcast.
I'm saying you gotta,
If you
give them
donate big
incentive.
money, we told them we'll get you on the show.
I don't know
Well,
that
no,
that's a good idea.
that's the thing. Is
I
you
love
can,
that idea.
No, absolutely. You got to create different incentives and things like that. I mean, you
Right.
can do just like subscription.
We got to get T-shirts,
You can
Gary.
do
We're going to get
NPRs.
T-shirts done, and we're going to send out T-shirts. But
Mugs.
Right.
okay, but you could also. This is another thing you need to do. Subscribe
Oh yeah, yeah.
to iTunes.
Hey,
it's
Adam.
Chick Chat.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up our page because I want to thank the girl. There's a girl who always leaves really nice reviews. We want to
Ashley?
thank her.
On iTunes.
Ashley's a girl who's always very. But I don't,
There's a bunch of girls on Twitter too that love us. That we should talk about them, but
give a shout out.
yeah. So here's the thing:
Okay.
Las Vegas girl, I think her name is. Anyway, so you got to subscribe to all our channels, and that's
iTunes,
Facebook, and what else?
Not-
YouTube.
YouTube is you can watch.
We need, but you want to be a subscriber on YouTube because we want to monetize these.
So now, where do I find this girl's name though?
What's her name?
Where do you find the name?
See, Patty.
Hilariously, see, this is why we're like so retarded.
But here,
We
let
don't
me
know
tell
how to
you,
do
here we
anything.
go.
Okay, do you want to tell me what her name is, and I'll
Yeah,
I'll
tell
look?
me her name.
Well,
What is her
no.
name?
I got to know the name so I know what to look for.
Well, Vegas,
girl.
Vegas 702.
She's great. She's very.
We love you,
we love
Vegas
you.
702.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Ear Candy Podcast said these gals are a hoot.
Ear Candy Podcast.
That was
Thank
me.
you.
That
Ear-
was me.
Oh, that's you. God damn it.
No, but
no, I
there's
just-
someone else said something on
Who else?
Because that's how I describe
who
you
else?
gals as being a hoot.
A hoot. I like that. That's very official.
Let's
What's
see.
the other? There's one
Look,
girl
if we
that's
don't-
left us 4
Jay
reviews.
Here's the thing.
Pizzolino.
If we don't thank you, that means not that we're not
Jewel
grateful, is that we
SD?
can't figure out how to get.
We can't even get to it. There's one girl
I
who
can't
always
get my
tries-
messages.
Is this recent?
Yeah,
Like-
she always after shows writes a review.
She's great.
Des-
Her name is.
What is her name?
I think it's Ashley. I gotta look it up. I gotta find it.
I don't
here.
see any Ashleys on here.
All right, well, what's the girl's name? Okay, we've just lost all of our listeners at this point.
Oh, hey, Donovan from Beertown. I actually know that guy.
What did he say?
Found these two beautiful nuts through Kevin Brennan's Misery Loves Company podcast. Those episodes are my
Jennifer
favorite.
at Mama SKL loves us. We love
Okay.
you back.
We love you, Beck. Thank you for
I don't
listening.
see any
Comedy plugs.
Ashley
We
in
love
there.
you back. I'll find it because it's whatever. Well, I'll find it. Danielle Ashley. That's who it is.
That is who
Danielle
it is.
Okay.
Ashley always loves our stuff, and we love you for loving us.
Thank
because
you,
We
and
worked
thanks for being
very
so-
hard at this.
So hard.
All right,
so just subscribe to all our
all
stuff.
right, and leave reviews. And Carrie, where are you going to be this weekend? Thank you for filling in after
Hey,
he left.
no
This
problem,
weekend
no
I'm at
problem.
Governor's in Levittown, so
Are you at Governor's every weekend?
I am.
Oh my God! Okay.
No, I'm not every weekend, but I'm going.
I think
like,
3 in a row.
I fill in.
The last 3 weekends you go
But see,
Governor's. I'm like,
I'm not picky.
what does that mean? Picky?
I'll MC.
Oh, I see. You'll do any.
I'll headline.
Yes.
I'll feature.
Yes.
I don't give a shit.
Wow.
All right, that's it.
And I will be on Bob DeBono's show at Danger
You're going to be
Fields.
on Bob DeBono.
I'm going to be on him and on his show
Ugh.
Thursday
Yuck.
at what's the name of it called again?
The Bob Boner show.
No, it's called. Oh God, what the fuck is it
Who
called?
cares,
I
Patty?
can't remember, but it's,
Anyway, it's at Dangerfields.
yeah.
What
Okay.
night?
Thank you to the Comic
Thursday.
Strip Live.
Thursday
Come
night.
out to the
Right.
Comic Strip Live. They have the best comedians. We always perform. Roach is on stage right now.
Yeah, he is. You
It's
could've
on
seen him.
82nd and 2nd Avenue. It's between 81st and 82nd on 2nd Avenue. It's
Yes.
called Comic Strip Live.
Yes.
Make sure you come out. Laugh it up, folks, because life is too short. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, and thank you, Adam,
Yeah, no
Thanks,
problem.
Adam.
You're welcome.
who likes big asses.
Yeah, tweet me at Adam Riddicker if you want.
Anyone with a big ass.
or,
and
if you
braces.
or if you just want to
Your
talk
name should
ass,
be
that's fine,
Adam
too.
Henniger Loves Big Ass. .com.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
not,
it should
I'm
be.
not trying to advertise it.
Will
too
you
much,
ever get
but-
married? You don't want to get married. You're like a young guy.
I
You
don't
can
know.
get. You can.
No, why
I
would
don't
you
know.
get married, Adam?
Do you ever think I want to have kids? I want to get
I mean,
married? You
no,
don't think
I-
that.
The lady I was with, we almost got him engaged.
You did?
Yeah, we were
That-
going
were
to
you-
get engaged.
Were you going to get married and have kids with her though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you like.
I'm like a
You
normal,
skedaddled
I'm a
right
normal
away.
Dude. Well, we weren't right for each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was.
Well, at least you read the red flags.
Yeah, the doomed
Patty
relationship was
doesn't
like,
know
was
what
the
a red
deal breaker.
flag is.
Yeah, I'm good to walk away. I'm
All right.
fine.
Anyway,
All
thank
right,
you.
thank you, darling.
Thank you, everybody, for
Goodbye.
watching. We love you all.
Mwah, smoochies. That's what my daughter says.
That's
Smooches.
That was funny. That was a good show.